Blastpop here. Today we are looking at Lock and Load Publishing's Heroes of the Nam. This is a lock and load game, or the lock and load series, about tactical squad level combat in the Vietnam War. This has gone through a couple different editions over the years. There was a version of it which was published by another game company some years ago. It was republished in a more enhanced edition, I believe, back by Lock and Load, under Mark Walker. And then I think they changed the name of it slightly. I think it was, at one point, it was Heroes of Vietnam. Now it's of the Nam. And that, in this version, I believe, was published in 2017. On the cover, you have some good artwork. And in an effort to sell it to wargamers, they have all kinds of cool looking counters on the cover. That draws you in right there, if you're a wargamer. If you're not a wargamer, you may be looking at it going, what is this? So, it's definitely aimed towards the board gaming market. Wargaming market, actually. It's a thick box. It looks to be about a 3-inch spine thickness, so there's a lot of room for components and maybe counter trays to store your game pieces. And finally, on the back here, we have some information about the game. 7 maps, 5 sheets of counters, a core rulebook, which is a series rulebook, a module booklet, which is exclusive rules, 27 scenarios, impressive, 3 11 by 17 player aid cards, 2 8.5 by 11 player aid cards, 2d6, and a box. Anyway, here we go. Let's do a shrink opening here. I cheated a little bit, and I gave it a start. So we're opening this baby up. And this thing weighs, as you can hear, it must weigh at least 4 pounds. And here we go. Turn this around. Again, typical weapons of destruction, otherwise known as dice. Here's the module rules book, which is specific to this game in the series. You see some of the scenarios. Full color military map, period maps. Lots of gaming goodness in this package. It's not a difficult series. If you can play squad leader, you can play this. Continuing on to the core rules manual. Now, this is version 4.1. Nicely illustrated. Plenty of illustrations. Examples of play. Very nice. And this weighs in. You got synopsises here, reference tables. So this runs in at about 76 pages, probably 74 pages. We have some system markers here. Sheet 505. All pre-rounded corners. Just pop them out. And their counters are well die cut and registered typically, so they should pop out with ease. Leaders, crew served weapons, squads. Sheet 3. Sheet 2 of 5. More squads, turn markers, some vehicles, tanks, etc. The back of the same counter sheet. Very nice. Sheet 1 of 5. And helicopters make an appearance. Sheet 4 of 5. Some turrets, claymores, airplanes for close air support, I would suspect. Player aid card. CRT, not CRT, but terrain effects chart. All the various modifiers, movement costs, target modifiers, obstacles, and notes to tell you how to implement the terrain in terms of gameplay. Die roll modifiers, ordnance fire table. The rules reference card, which adds to the game the ability to be able to look at this chart and skip having to read the rules in some instances when you need to look up something quickly, sort of on the fly, such as it is. And some more references continuing what was on the other page. Very good. Skill reference card. It's also an 11 by 17. It'd be nice if on some of these that there's maybe additional charts here that were useful instead of the big illustration, but I guess you still the sizzle a little bit too at the same time, so I understand that. Heroes of the Nam record chart. Basically, you put your casualties, vehicle information, various odds and ends. Sequence of play. More information about weapons, ordnance, targets, and the maps. Now, there's supposed to be 7 of these. They're kind of a little bit small considering the rest of the package, because what this company does is they try to sell you the deluxe version of the maps, which are like maybe double the size, and while perfectly adequate to the task, these do kind of look a little bit small. But considering the rest of the package, there's no real complaints here. Plus, you can play it in a small area, if that's what you have available, so that's an advantage too. Jungle area. More jungle. Yeah, that's interesting. Vietnam, jungle. Who would have thought? Map 5. More or less open area and a large rice paddy with a small hut. Jungle, rice paddy, and hut. Vietnam, who would have thought? For urban style operations, some buildings. Rice paddy, urban, and semi-urban, I guess village, and the rice paddy. Rice paddy, jungle, hamlet, Vietnam. Who would have thought? Nice artwork. Nice artwork. Very nicely done. Very pleasing to the eye. The box has information on the side about key individuals, other games available. That looks like an interesting game. Heroes Against the Red Star. So never lose an opportunity to advertise, which is smart in a tasteful, unintrusive sort of way. So you have 1, 2, 3, 7 maps. Very nice charts. Counters. We love counters. Lots of counters. Rules. Implements of destruction. And a box. This has been Blastpop. Shrink wrap opening of Heroes of the Nam. Have a great day. Bye.